But then we see,
Caesar, move over to your left so I can see
yeah,
the
the right hand grazes Mike Tyson by Jake Paul.
Now, imagine a couple days after the fight, it's been revealed that Tyson has permanent brain damage.
Nothing bad.
Okay, I'm stopping the intro here. This has made me absolutely pissed off. So yesterday, a 27-year-old man who literally commits vandalism, commits crypto scams, and literally fights people who are out of his league, decided it was a good idea to fight a normal 60-year-old man who is on the verge of collapsing and who's out of his prime. You guys should already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Jake Paul versus Iron Mike fight that happened yesterday, and it was probably one of the biggest disasters in human history, and probably ruined the majority of boxing for me for life. I will give Mr. Tyson this though. The fact that he was literally almost great and almost his former self in the first game was absolutely crazy. But then Jake Paul decided, you know what, let me get out the steroids, and decided to beat up a 58-year-old, almost old man. This fight should not have been legal under UFC rules. The fact that a 27-year-old could beat up a 58-year-old who's almost a senior citizen is wild. And I don't mean senior citizen in U.S. federal government standards. I mean it in like sports standards. Also, before the fight started, I found out that this fight was actually going on Mike Tyson's permanent status record as a boxer, which is very crazy because this feels like one of the phoniest and most staged fights ever, even though it's not actually staged. Now, let's look at the game side here. And this was literally a lose-lose situation for both Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. For Jake Paul, it was already an extreme lose-lose situation for him. If he beat up an old man, then, he's getting a lot of hate flack. But if he gets defeated by an old man, he's getting the same shit, but worse. And gets even more memed on and egged on. But if this is also kind of the same for Mike Tyson for the lose-lose situation thing. If Mike lost, which did happen here, he'll be criticized for, being out of his prime and he should have stayed out. Which, he is getting some of that there, but, a lot of the hate's directed at Jake Paul for good reason. But had Mike Tyson won, that would have been a very cool W for him, probably his last fight here. But it's going to encourage more. It was going to encourage more old men who are out of their prime to fight more up-and-coming boxers here. Now, to the next section of this video, let's look at the finance and money section of this here. Now, this is a win-win for everyone except for the audience, and what I mean by that is Jake Paul is getting the full W. He's getting the bag, $40 million. Tyson is still getting the bag, $20 million, which I still respect. I'm glad he got the bag, but still, it feels weird that he's getting less than Jake Paul for some reason. Bro's been fighting for almost 37 years, and yet he's not getting his bag. He got his bag, but, he's not getting that much. Now, for the audience of the financial side, this was kind of a loose situation. This was not the best. Literally, for anyone that didn't already have a Netflix account, they had to pay an extra $10 to $25, depends on the currency. But, for the United States, they had to pay $10 to $25 if they didn't already have a Netflix account to watch this, what could have been a staged fight. It isn't confirmed yet, but it could be staged. Literally the belts and the records and stuff. But I'm getting sidetracked right now. Let's go back. If this was on actual cable TV like NSPN, or if this was on other streaming services and not just Netflix, I feel like this could have been more watched and people would have enjoyed it more and not be the struggler of shit. But that's life. Now for the last part of this video, which is the audience/technical side. And this was absolutely terrible. This was the worst part of this whole entire fiasco. At this point, if you do not like the fight and you didn't have Netflix before, but you literally just wasted $25 just to buy this, then that's your fault, buddy. I'm sorry, but you did this on yourself. There's no one to blame but yourself. I'm sorry. I know this feels like victim blaming, but it isn't. You're not the victim here, buddy. Alright, sorry, I went off topic and almost went ballistic, but let's just go back to the side of this whole entire fiasco. The fact that literally many wasted their money just to watch this fight is crazy. And also, speaking of wasting, There on Polymarket, you know the app, no, and the website where you can gamble on anything. Yes, you can gamble on anything. I cannot believe gambling is this popular now because it's literally people gambled 3 million to almost 10 million on Mike Tyson. Imagine gambling that fucking amount of money just to make sure your favorite the Dick Rider wins or some shit. I'm losing my mind here. This is how absolutely stupid this entire fiasco is. Also, this is the worst part. During the entire stream on Netflix, live streaming the event, a lot of people watching it had buffering problems, and Netflix didn't even respond to it. It's so fucking weird how careless this company is. They don't care about art. They don't even care about the live stream. But the second it's about money, they do this shit. Like, it's crazy. I mean, corporations need money, but not this, bro. Alright, y'all, this is the end of this video. I know this feels like a weird video for a commentary YouTuber like me to post, but I need to blow off some heat up in this bitch because, this has been extremely annoying. And I just found out that Jake Paul, his next opponent is literally Muhammad Ali. Is literally on Twitter everywhere. It's definitely not a joke, guys. It's definitely real. It's definitely not a joke. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. So yeah, thank you so much.
That was cool.
Boy, what I wouldn't give for 5 minutes alone with them two little bastards. Oh!